never done an empty house tour. I mean, I've never owned a house, but now I own a house and I'm so excited to give a little tour. So some background, if this is the first video of mine that you've stumbled upon, I'm Mel, I'm 32, I live in Calgary, Alberta, and I work in marketing, and my boyfriend Mac and I bought this house 2 days ago, or I guess we got the keys yesterday, and then we just got it cleaned, so it's feeling really nice, and this will probably be the emptiest and the cleanest that it will be for a while, probably ever. So I thought that this was a good time to take you through. I'll give you a little bit of a preamble of like what we were looking for. We were really looking for a home that was livable right away, but that we could update over time. So our home was built in 1965. It was one family that lived here up until they sold it. And I love it so much. So if you don't love it, maybe keep those comments to yourself. But anyways, while we do the empty house tour, I will show you areas that we want to update and change, because there's lots that we want to do, but overall we're really happy with it and feel happy to move in right away, which is a blessing. So let's just get right into it. Starting off from the front door. So this is the view that we first saw, obviously, when we first came into the house. And it's honestly one of the things that sold me on it. It was a beautiful fall day and you could just like see the fall leaves through that back patio door. And also when I showed this to my mom, she was like, oh, that's really good feng shui because the energy like flows through the house. Anyways, so this is the front entryway. The house isn't fully empty, you'll see, but it is mainly empty. So what we have here is the entryway. Here is our green front door. And it's just this little entryway. I bought some stuff from H&M Home. We have a makeshift little shoe mat thing. But anyways, this is the entryway here. It is pretty small, so we're not quite sure what we want to do for shoe storage. We might want to get a little shoe storage thing that kind of like goes out like this over here. But we decided to put our entryway table up here. So I think we'll go upstairs first. It is a bi-level, so there's 2 levels, upstairs, downstairs. I love that it's a bi-level. I've always loved bi-levels and split levels, but I love it because the basement doesn't feel too much like a basement because there's a ton of natural light. And in general, this house has lots of natural light, and that was something that we were really looking for. I know that that's something that most people look for, but it was so important to us. Today is a very snowy, overcast day, and I don't have any lights on except for my Christmas lights. And I'm gonna take you through the house without the lights on, and then in each room I will turn the light on so that you can see kind of what it looks like. But even on this really overcast day, it's still nice and bright in here, which is a blessing. So let's go up these stairs. These stairs are a little creaky, so we might need to fix them up, but we are absolutely in love with the hardwood floors. We're also going to eventually replace these railings. They're fine for now. They're just like not in the best condition and not really our style, but again, fine for now. So coming up here, our entryway table just fit perfectly here. And the wood is obviously different from the hardwood, and I don't mind it because they're very different woods. If they were more close, I think that that would bother me. But anyways, we've got the entryway table. We're gonna have our marble tray here with our keys. That's just a fake plant. I'm not sure if it's gonna stay there, but yeah, this felt really nice to have it up here so that down there doesn't get more crowded. So there we have it. Now, this is the hallway to the bedrooms, but first I'm going to spin you around into the very spacious living room. So as you can see, there's 2 couches. These are couches that we actually bought from the seller. And well, she kind of offered them when we were negotiating on price. And I'm really happy that we ended up getting them because they fit the space really well. This is like a very large living space. And these couches are really nice quality, in great condition, very long, and there's 2 of them, so it's fabulous. I already brought over a little side table there. But yeah, so this room, something that I'm hoping to do our beautiful Christmas tree, of course. I'm hoping to get a big cuddle chair here. My mom has one of those in her house and I absolutely love it. So I'm hoping to get that in that corner. And then of course we need a coffee table here. But again, the space is so big that we actually haven't really quite decided. I also want to get a big rug. Something that we really like about the house is they updated the windows. And so they're all nice and new, and from outside, they're really stunning as well because they have black trim. Something that I really wanted in a home was the outside to be white with black trim windows, and this house had that. So this is the living room, and now let's go into the kitchen. So the kitchen is probably the room in the house that needs the most work. So if you just come in here, there is a little kind of linen closet that we'll put like our brooms and stuff. We just got our internet installed, and so it's just chilling right there because they had to drill a hole from outside. But this is the kitchen here, and it's just quite old. So our house was built in 1965, and oh, I forgot to turn on the light to show you guys. Entryway light. I actually don't mind that light at all. I actually think it's really cozy. Okay, back to the kitchen. So our house was built in 1965. The kitchen has probably been like updated maybe once or twice, but it's very old. And obviously you can see the white appliances. Eventually we're going to update the appliances. I think there'll be kind of like 2 phases of renovation in this house. The first is going to be like lipstick renovation of what we do right away when we, like right now, basically. And then later down the line doing a bigger renovation, which Mac really would like to take down this wall. I don't mind it. I like how the house isn't fully open concept, but it still feels like there's flow through the house. But anyways, Mac would like to tear down this wall. But for now, this is the kitchen that we're working with, so I'll show you around. And then over here, we have space for our kitchen table. All of our furniture fits perfectly in this house, which is another reason why when we were touring it, we could just like envision ourselves in here. So I'm gonna turn the light on for the kitchen. Okay, I mean, there's not too much to go through. The fridge actually is ginormous, which is good. I've got one lonely salad in there, but it is very spacious, so is the freezer. And then the cabinets, again, they're old, they're fine. The countertops are also like not my favorite, but they'll do. It's livable. The cabinets were a little askew, like the knobs were kind of falling off and some of the doors were kind of falling off as well, and Mac fixed that up, which was amazing. One thing I do like is this marble slab. I also like this, what do you call that, where you can put your knives on. And then one thing I really like is they have clearly updated the sink, and it's a nice big sink with like a nice new faucet, so at least doing the dishes will be not super painful. Don't look over there. It's just where we're putting all of our crap. But anyways, that is the kitchen. And obviously there's no island, so we're actually planning to buy one from IKEA. We have our sights set on an exact one from IKEA, so we're gonna put that here. Not sure what we're gonna do on this side. And then obviously our table's gonna go here, and then here we're gonna do like our buffet, and then we're gonna have our coffee station on top of that, I think. We could also put it here, but I really do think with the island here, the buffet situation is gonna go here. So, okay, where should we go next? Backyard. It's very snowy, so I'll give you a little sneak peek of the backyard. So another thing that sold us on this house was the backyard. So they have this like beautiful new deck that's only a couple of years old. There is 2 big trees. There's the garage. I will take you through the backyard after we do the rest of the house. All right, so moving on to the hallway. Let's first go into the bathroom. So again, the bathroom and the kitchen is kind of like the oldest spots in the house. So you'll see, you know, she's a little old. I actually don't mind the shape of this sink. I think it's cute. So this is the first bathroom. There's 2 bathrooms in the house, one upstairs, one downstairs. We've decided that we're each gonna kind of have our own. So this is gonna be Mac's bathroom. He loves a shower, and there's a window in the shower, so it made sense for him to have this one. I don't exactly know what we're gonna do to fix this one up like in the meantime, but again, eventually we will probably redo the whole bathroom. Okay, coming into this closet here, there is sort of like a linen closet here, but there's no door. So we had the idea of maybe putting like a mirror door on this so that there's like a full length mirror here, but we'll see. Okay, going into the primary bedroom. So this is the primary bedroom. It's a nice size. Our California king bed is definitely gonna fit in here. I'm gonna turn on the light. One thing I really loved was this window because the tree is right there, and I feel like every morning when you wake up, which my side is gonna be over here, I'll be able to see the weather, the season, you know, like right now I can see snow. In the fall, there'll be like fall leaves. So it's a pretty basic bedroom, but it is a nice size. And then there is our one closet. We are going to share this closet. I already have some of my clothes in here. It's pretty nice and deep, so it is good. We're coming from a spot where we each have our own closet, so that's a bit of a switch up, but you'll see that there is multiple closets in the house and I may have taken over most of them. But anyways, this is our bedroom. So we're gonna put our bed here, probably, I think. And then over here, I think we're gonna put our dresser, and then we might put a TV on top of our dresser. So that is the primary. Going into the second bedroom. So what's amazing is there are two rooms that are pretty much identical. And so Mac and I are both gonna have our own offices, and I just couldn't be more excited. So, and there's nice big windows on each so we can have some light, and then there is a closet in each of them. So we're each gonna have a second closet. So again, this is gonna be Mac's office, and we're just going to decorate the office as we please for our own offices. And then moving into my office. She's bright, she's beautiful. Here's with the light. So we have some work to do in here. Definitely gonna put a desk there. I'd like to do a rising desk so that I can put my walking pad underneath. And then I am gonna use this as a coat closet because there isn't really a dedicated coat closet. I'll show you in the basement what Mac is gonna be using, but yeah, I think I'm gonna do shoes and coats here. But yeah, this is the office. I have to figure out other than a desk, what I'm gonna put in here. But that is the upstairs. So very spacious, lots of room, and I just love it so much. Now we're going to head into the basement. So coming down here, the basement has carpet. It is this nice dark gray. I like that because I tend to spill a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the best part of probably this whole house, honestly. This fireplace. It is a real wood burning fireplace. We're so excited to use this. It passed inspection, so we can actually use it. I'm so excited. Okay, so this is sort of like the main area that we're gonna put like a big sectional here. And you can see here, there's still some nice light that comes through from the windows. So this is gonna be like our cozy area, and like just look at how cozy this fireplace is. I started decorating for Christmas, and we need to get stocking hangers. Oh, another thing is we're definitely gonna paint this wall. I like the dark carpet, but I don't like the dark wall, so we're probably just gonna paint that. But yeah, I just love the fireplace. I think it's so cozy. I love that there is this section here to put the actual wood. And then going over here, something that was also really important to us was an area for a gym. So very exciting. We're going to make this whole area into our gym. Eventually we want to put mirrors all on this wall, and then we're also gonna do some of that nice like gym flooring. We wanna get a treadmill, weights, really excited. So that's fantastic. And then over here is the bathroom, which is going to be my bathroom. So if we go in here, so again, there's a couple things that I want to do right away, and then eventually we'll do a full reno. But just looking at it here, it's got like a nice basic vanity, mirror, lights, toilet, bath, shower. pretty standard. And basically what I want to do to fix it up right away is I'm going to paint this vanity. I'm just not vibing with the millennial gray, you know. This sink part is good. I might replace the faucet. I'm not entirely sure. Definitely replacing the mirror. I'm going to get a much bigger mirror, and I just don't like this bronze situation. This little tray is not mine, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'll probably keep the lights for now, but maybe swap them out for something nicer. I am looking out for what type of shower curtain I want. I feel like that will really zhuzh up the space. I'm going to reinstall some hooks, or some towel racks, probably get a new door handle and hooks. And I just think that just those basic upgrades will really make a difference. So that is the bathroom. And then turning around, we have the rest of the basement. So we've got another one of those kind of open closets down here. So eventually we will want to put a door on there. There's some under the stairs storage here. Nothing too exciting. We could probably turn it into a coat closet if we wanted to. I'm going to show you the creepy, well, I think it's creepy, laundry room / electrical room, furnace room, whatever. It is very big though, so it's great. So here is where Mac is gonna have like his shoes and coats, which is fantastic. And then if you come in here, we've got like tons of storage here. So Mac is gonna turn it into a little bit of like an outdoor activity storage room, like our skis there. And then we've got like all of our electrical stuff there. Here's where the washer and dryer are. I wish that I could kind of fix up this room because I do laundry quite a lot. So I don't really know what I could do to make it better, but we'll see. Furnace hot water tank is there. And then, I don't know, more storage. Here's some blinds. That's one thing, is there's no blinds on any of the windows. And also some of our doors are either missing or don't close. So that's a project that we need to do. But anyways, this is I don't know what to call this room. What do people call this room? Utility room? Anyways, spinning around here, this is the guest bedroom. So if we come in here, we have a nice big guest bedroom. Again, I love how bright it is with the windows. And I'm gonna turn the light on. Then the best part of this room is the walk-in closet. Kind of wish that this was upstairs, but it's also kind of nice that it's down here. So I'm going to use this room for like off-season clothing and just kind of like extra clothing. So even though there's not technically a coat closet, I do have like 3 closets. So I can't complain too much. So this is fantastic, tons of storage. And I just love how we're going to have a really nice space for guests to stay over. So the whole house, we've got 4 bedrooms and just lots of space. It just feels amazing. It's also very quiet in the house, which we love because we're coming from a really noisy area. So hopefully you can get a sense of the layout of the home. And now I think I will take you outside. Here is our backyard and our deck. So they left some patio furniture for us. So for now it is fine. They also left a barbecue. So basically this is the deck. Come down these stairs. And then we have this big tree that I love. Oh, and there's a bird house too. Garage. The garage is kind of creepy, honestly, so I don't think I'm gonna take you in there. But that's another project that Mac is gonna fix up. Little bird house. And then you can see the deck here. Another big tree, lots of yard. And it's all covered in snow, but lots of gardens as well. And the previous owners left us a guide to the garden. There's also like a concrete pad over there that eventually we would love to put a sauna on it. There's another concrete pad back there that you can park like your RV on, which we don't have an RV. But anyways, this is the backyard. I'll overlay some footage of what it looked like when we saw it in the fall because it's absolutely beautiful. It's obviously covered in snow now, but I hope that you can get the idea. For privacy's sake, I can't show you the whole house from the outside, but just know that it's absolutely stunning. I mean, you can see this whole corner, but you can see the black trim windows, this beautiful light fixture here. The windows are so cozy at night when it's like lit up. And then I also really love these beams. But yeah, the outside of the house, like I thought that we were gonna have to get a house that was nice on the inside, but ugly on the outside. And this just like exceeded all of our expectations. So we are in love with this house. I really hope that you enjoyed coming through it. Subscribe to the channel because there's gonna be lots more home stuff coming up, and I'll catch you in my next one.